I'm here at the Joe Richardson School in Barking to work with Year 8 pupils. Today is an introductory day where the pupils get a chance to work with a whole variety of different dance styles. As well as teaching my class, I'm also going to be speaking to staff and pupils about some of the curriculum issues related to Key Stage 3 dance. But first, I've got some work to do. Much better, by the way. Much better. I can see all the little fingers as well. The Joe Richardson School in Barking and Dagenham, East London, has initiated a 2-day project with visiting dance artists as an innovative approach to introduce Year 8 pupils to different dance styles. Fab, really good. Okay, start again. 5, 6. Get lower.
This is a Year 8 project, and the point of the project is to really give them more experiences in dance, and they can get a national curriculum time allocation. So they have their national curriculum Year 8 units of work, but this is to extend that programme so they get a handle on types and styles of dance which you don't have time to deliver necessarily in the curriculum all the time. It's also about high quality provision, that the dance teaching is high quality, but then they have artists in to extend that provision and to have high quality experiences from professional artists.
For this project, I'm coming in to the school as a visiting artist doing the technique of Bharatanatyam and getting the pupils to have a feel of this traditional South Indian dance style and to get them to be creative and to perform hopefully a piece at the end of the 2 days for a sharing.
I think it also gives the artists an opportunity to develop their skills in terms of teaching and learning, because it's quite different being a dancer to being a teacher, and I think the two skills can be met and we can have a partnership there. And I think it also shifts that level up a gear for the students. It's very important to have role models, and that's often what we don't have in schools is male role models, ethnic role models in terms of dance.
And 1, 2, 3, and 1. And the dance encompasses such a huge, big array of styles, methods, skills, techniques that, you know, sometimes having an insight into all of those different things is very difficult to do. So I really empathise with non-specialist dance teachers. Working with me today is Deputy Head Lisa Keane. She also teaches dance as a non-specialist.
We had a timetable shortage for a female PE teacher, and as I write the timetable I said, well, it's Year 7, Year 8, I'll have a go at that. I'm quite sporty, I've done a lot of coaching awards before, and so I ended up being stuck in this place having to teach girls PE to Year 7 and 8 for a year. Part of my concern was, although I could take the students so far, I'm not a dance specialist, and last year we wanted the students to have an input from dance specialists.
I spoke with Anna Hope, PE and dance teacher.
Street dance is what a lot of children experience, so it's a good entry point, but obviously we want to move away from that and introduce new forms like contemporary, so we gradually introduce contemporary themes, stimuli, music, etc., and bring that into dance lessons, hopefully without them realising it, until they actually experience a wide variety of forms.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk forward. 6, 7, 8. Yeah?
Frank Wilson is a dance artist teaching street dance. And how have the kids sort of taken to the street dance?
Sometimes you can go and the kids are really on it, you know, they know what they're doing, so when you show them something they pick it up really quickly. But then there's other times you go in and they ain't got a clue about it, you know. And like, you know, you can see in their movement that they may be a bit timid, they don't know what to do, they feel a bit shy, they're not that confident, so you've got to work along with all of that as well.
What's your role within it?
My role? Someone that's going to share the knowledge that I've got, just someone sharing knowledge, I suppose. You know, the knowledge of street dancing, what I have to give. Don't like to be on that sort of teacher level thing, I mean, you know. I like to just be frank. just go there and give a bit of what Frank can give them.
The kids have an opinion of what street dance is. So you've got to get a certain number of skills and techniques across. And you were saying at the beginning it's quite difficult. So how do you get them kind of motivated and actually get what you want to do across to them?
I show them techniques, I explain to them what I'm doing, like this is a wave, so I show them the basics of it. So if I'm going to do a wave, which is that, I show them what it is they got to use, so like I show them that it's to do with your joints, I explain that to them. And not even if I explain it to them, I show them and I ask them what I'm doing. So like, you know, slowly someone might quietly say, oh, your joint, so it's your joint, so there, so you read it slowly, read it. So in that sense, that's how I do it, I explain to them what it is.
Jump 6, 7, jump 8, double 1, 2, turn 3, 4, down 5, 6, turn 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 5, 6, 7, 8.
The working relationship with the guest teacher is really important to establish from the word go. It's important we give him our goals, our aims, what we want for the day, and he says what he expects, and hopefully we can marry the two together. We expect Frank to come in and work with the children to produce obviously some really good performances, but for him to pass on his professional experiences and get the children working towards a performance, but also for him to work through the process with them and enjoy what they're doing. I think the children get a great deal. They get a variety of experiences, different performances, they get to see each other working and they get to see the end product, but it's not always about the final performance, it's the process they go through that we look for over the 2 days.
A group of Year 8 pupils are learning the Lindy Hop with visiting dance artist Leon Hazelwood.
Today I'm teaching the style of the Lindy Hop. It's a fun, energetic partner dance. Because it started in the 30s and 40s, it's known as the grandfather of the rock and roll. Technique, I find you have to just demonstrate quite a lot. Really take your time, go slowly. The more you do it and the more that you get the young people to practice with you, the more they can understand the style, specific style you're working in. Once they've got the rhythm, we start working on the style. I think first and foremost, when you're actually addressing young people with movements, if you're concentrating on just doing PE or netball all the time, is having the confidence. If you've got the confidence and the young people can say, oh yeah, Miss is having a go or Sir's having a go at this funky step, let me have a go. So it's actually just having the confidence to demonstrate something fully, and then those young people can get up and have a go. Because generally, a lot of the times when I go into schools, they see me do something and think, oh, I can't do that. And then 5 seconds later, they're actually doing the steps. I find when I go into the schools that have a performing arts department, you get lots and lots of support, and it's really, really good, and the facilities are great, and my face just goes like that. When I go into a school who don't really have performing arts, it's slightly harder. We get there eventually, we always do get there, but it just makes you think, oh, they need to have more sort of dance involvement.
It's really fun and it's really hard work, but it's good. At the end of the day, you've got to show it.
Like, I've done street dance, but this has turned out to be really good.
And breathing out and coming forward. Beautiful. Breathing in, taking your right foot back. Putting a knee on the floor. We'll start with a warm-up based on yoga. And then I'll teach them some technique. And then with that technique, I will get them to go away and create their own little snippets of work in groups. And then I plan to teach them some more technique, and they go away and build on the snippets of work that they have done. So hopefully, at the end of the session, they would have quite an extended piece that's based on the technique they've been taught and what they have made up together.
Breathing in.
And out. Breathing in, arms going up. Breathing out and coming forward. Breathing in, take your left foot back and put the knee on the floor. As you breathe out, both feet together.
What advice would you give to a PE teacher, for example, teaching dance?
Don't be afraid. I had to learn a whole new language, I think, and when I first started, I was really scared of it. It was something I thought, well, I could do the games. I felt really comfortable teaching the games, but when it came to teaching the dance, it was like, I can't do that. I'm not very flexible. I don't know about timing. All of these things were a real concern. But if you can sit down with somebody who can help you plan, go to your local authority or buy in specialists, that's really good. Get yourself on some good inset on things like that. the kids are so responsive. I mean, they love it, and I think because I didn't have that dance background and because I could speak to them and say, look, I feel really silly doing this, I'm not going to be able to do it as good as you are, they appreciated that, and they worked with me. And if you can bring your kids along with you, they'll amaze you at the results that you can get out of them, just giving them the opportunity. I think showcasing dance and showing the benefit of dance to people that make the timetabling decisions, the senior management team and the other staff, maybe the PE department, is really good, because the involvement you get from the kids and the way that the students can work together and what it brings out of them is fantastic. And the thing about the 2 days that we've got is the way that we'll share what we've been doing with the rest of the school, and they'll see, and there'll be a lot of staff there that say, wow, look what these kids have achieved, look what it's done to their confidence and their self-esteem. Students that may struggle in the classroom, may struggle sometimes with more academic stuff, are able to really shine in projects like this and get a lot out of it.
At first I thought it'd be really hard, but then once you get into it, it's enjoyable and really fun.
You learn lots of new things that the PE teachers might not know, and obviously you've had a lot of experience with it, so you learn a lot more.
It's been quite good because I like it. I get to learn another style of dancing.
I remember all of it and use it in other dances, because it's different from our usual dances, so it's good to just form them in and use some of them moves in our original dances.
At the end of the 2 days, what we like to do is bring all the groups together, so the students get a chance to see all the different styles of dance, and they also get a chance to see what they've been working on and share their work, and that's what this next bit's about. I think it's an incredibly positive project. A number of things have happened for the students. One, they have all performed in front of other people, so that's a good performance skill. Two, they've all been involved in some choreography. And three, they've been involved as an audience, so they've actually achieved 3 of the strands of the national curriculum in terms of progress. And they've also learnt a lot about themselves. They've worked in different groupings, and they've actually worked together with people they've never worked with before in terms of teachers. I think that's been a huge learning curve across the curriculum as well as in terms of dance skills. And I think it's a springboard for Year 9 for these students, that they've actually been engaged and enthused to want to do more in Year 9. So I think it's hit a number of targets in terms of learning and in terms of other skills.
I see the future of dance at this particular school growing over the next couple of years with better facilities, but also hoping to continuing to bring in more artists, professional experiences for the children, and just developing it from Key Stage 3 right through to Key Stage 4, GCSE, A-level hopefully as well.